Welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha. And in this particular video, we are going to talk about how you can sell options with a high probability. And everything that we talk about in this video will be based on historical data and will be basically analyzing some data. Now, what happens is that whenever you sell certain option, say you pick up some strike price and you sell a put of that particular strike price, how many times does that happen that the put option which you have sold becomes in the money and you end up in losses? Or the first question which I want to ask you is, how do you decide the range of Nifty, or basically how do you decide which strike price you should sell? I'm sure that more than 90% of you don't have a particular answer and you do it based on the intuition. And that might be the reason that probably you are losing or you are ending up in losses. So in this video, we are going to talk about some statistics, very basic level statistics. Again, I don't expect you to know a lot, but I will explain everything which I use. So with that being said, let's go and have a look. So again, people prefer doing this on Excel, and I write code on a daily basis. So I prefer doing this programmatically using Python. But you don't have to be afraid, and I'm sure that the code should not bother you. What I'm trying to explain should be the main priority, and you should try to understand that. So what we have done is we have taken 10 years data, 10 years daily historical data of the Nifty 50 index. We will also do this for Bank Nifty and see what results do we get. So basically I've got the data and this is how the data looks. So the data basically contains for each day the open, the high, the low and the close for Nifty 50 for the last 10 years. And now what we do is that there is generally a myth that the stock prices are normally distributed, which is false. Now what is a normal distribution? Now, if you're someone who studies statistics or who has even taken an elementary math level class in college, you might be aware about this normal distribution. It is nothing but this particular bell curve which we see, where most of the values are centered around a particular value, which is the mean of the normal distribution, and then you have a standard deviation. Now, if these terms sound gibberish to you or they don't make any sense at all, I highly encourage you to at least know about things like mean and standard deviation if at all you work in the stock markets. This is very basic, and everyone who is even working in any way to the stock market should be aware about these terms. So I highly encourage you to check that out. So you only need to understand that this is a normal distribution and there is a function which governs that particular, or from where that curve comes, which is the probability density function for a particular distribution. And for normal distribution, this is what the function is. And don't worry if you didn't understand any of that. Just be aware that there is something known as normal distribution and there are terms like mean and standard deviation. Now, there is a myth that stock prices or index or any particular prices are normally distributed, but that is entirely false. The stock prices or the index price is log normally distributed. And what is that? Well, that is another kind of distribution which is very similar to the normal distribution but is skewed at the right side or at the left side. I'm sure that you don't need to be bothered about any of that, but just for those who are interested. So now what we do is we plot the last or basically 1 year of Nifty data, and you see that this distribution kind of looks log normally distributed. So that's it. But the fact is, or basically the true fact is, that the returns yielded by the stock price or the index, the returns are normally distributed, but not the stock price itself. And that's what we'll see. So basically in this one line of code, I'm trying to calculate the returns which Nifty has given on each particular day. And now if I plot the returns are normally distributed. Now this curve is what is the bell curve or whatever I just showed you in the last slide or maybe few minutes ago. So this is normally distributed. And now basically there is a rule which is the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. What does that say? We'll come to that. But basically you need to be aware that the standard deviation of the returns on a daily basis is 1.12% in the last 10 years. Okay. And basically if I talk about the last 1 year, so the last 1 year the standard deviation is 1.51. So the first observation that we can make from here is that Nifty has been 40% more volatile in the last year compared to the previous 9 years, and that's what I have calculated here. Now, coming back to this particular rule, which is the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. What does this say? This rule says that within one standard deviation from the central value, which is the mean, which is mu here, and standard deviation is basically the sigma. So within one standard deviation from the mean on both sides, there are roughly about 68% of values if I talk about a normal distribution. If we go about two standard deviations, which is this particular line and this line, so this contains 95% of the values, and if we go about three standard deviation, that contains about 99.7 percentage of the values. Now I'm sure that most of you might be confused as to why did I discuss this. Let me explain. Now, what is the conclusion that we can draw from here? The conclusion that I can draw is that if you cover a range of one standard deviation in Nifty on a daily basis, you can get the daily expected range of Nifty, and that range will hold for 68% of the times. Let me repeat it. If you cover a range of one standard deviation in Nifty on a daily basis, that will hold 68% of the times. Now, how the hell it can benefit you and how you can profit from that fact? Now, the one standard deviation range which comes out to be 1.12%. So basically, if you take 1.12%, you calculate 1.12% of the current price of Nifty, and then you can get the range. So you get a lower bound and an upper bound. I will take an example so that this becomes more clear. But the conclusion that we can draw is the trend in Nifty evolves continuously. And as you saw, last year, Nifty was roughly 39% more volatile than the previous 9 years, which you must have felt if you are in the markets from the last 1 year. And the uncertainties can occur and the trend of Nifty can change continuously. So that is something, that's one thing. And the next point is that you need to do this over a long run, at least for 1 year, and then see the results. Because I mentioned that if you cover a range of one standard deviation, the probability of your success is 68%, but in the long run. Because here also you see that the data I have taken is for the last 10 years, and that's where you need to hold this for long term. Now, everything we talked about here was based on data and not on any kind of intuition or assumptions. The data never lies. And I really work with data on a daily basis, and I highly believe in making decisions based on data and not based on intuitions. And that's what makes you a good trader. And one other point which I would like to mention here is that we are not doing any sort of technical analysis here. That is again very important, as all of you might be knowing from those of you who are from quite some time in the markets. But this is a quantitative way of looking at things, and I think that personally, both the quantitative analysis and the technical analysis is necessary, and that is what is required to make a good trader. Now, the fourth point, which I again will repeat because this is the crux of this video. If you don't understand this, there is no point of making this video. So to win with a 68% probability, you should target a daily range of 1.12%, or in other words, you try to cover at least 1.12% range if you are shorting a strangle to have a win rate of at least 68%. And again, all of this is based on the last 10 years of data. So the example that we can say is that let's say Nifty is currently trading at 14,500. Now, if you take 1.12 percentage of 14,500, that comes out to be 162.4. Let's consider it to be approximately 163. And then accordingly, you can get the Nifty range for that particular day. Now, this 1.12 percentage will hold 68% of the times, and that will be your winning probability if you are within this desired range. And again, to win with 95% probability, you should take two standard deviations, or you should exactly take the double of this. So if you are selling a strangle which covers a range of 2.24%, there is a 95% chance that you will win and that range will not be breached. But again, I will again repeat that all of this holds if you do this for long run, not like you do it for 2 days and then you incur a loss and then you say that this is all bullshit and it doesn't work. It is not. The data doesn't lie. If you don't trust me, you should trust the data because that's what it is. And the last point, and very important before I end up this video, is that this is not a holy grail and these are just facts. A proper risk management and hedging should be followed because one bad trade falling in that 0.3 percentage probability zone is enough to take your entire capital. So even if you consider three standard deviations, the winning probability is 99.7%, but there is nothing like 100%, at least not in the stock markets. So there is still a 0.3% chance that the range might be breached. Any negative news can come, anything can happen, profit booking might come, there could be multiple reasons. But you get the idea that the 0.3% probability zone can come anytime and can wipe out your entire capital. So this does not mean that you forget about risk management, you stop doing hedging, you don't put stop losses, you're only doing a harm to your financial health. So I hope you like this particular video, and this was something different than what people talk about. Generally, I see that on YouTube, a lot of people talk about technical analysis, but I think that the quantitative analysis is equally important, and this is what should be done. And yeah, you should be aware about these facts. So I hope you like this particular video. If you did, please consider pressing the like button. And if you're new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Have a good day. Take care and bye bye.